This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Crown and Andrews Board Games. Fun for the whole family. And Scoot Airlines. Get out of here with Scoot.
Hello Australia, welcome to episode 631 of The Couch. Bear with the voice today, it's not all there, so it's not the microphones, can I say from the start. We've got an amazing show for you today. We've got the Bitched team in with a whole heap of topics to talk about, so you'll meet them soon. We're talking Boss Mode. It's a new way of promoting your business, and Denelza Leonard's coming in to talk about that. Later, we're talking about games. They are a huge money maker. Pete from Mix 94.5 will be in, Pete Corelli, so we'll talk to him. Fresh and local, Le Vietnam Cafe, they're coming in. There's these beautiful Vietnamese rolls. They're going to be making some for us today, enough for the whole crew, I believe. And to end the show, we're talking about the Lavazza Film Festival 2018. Nisha's got a guest about that as well. Hope you can stick around. 6:31 starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. It's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can see it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred and the best in town. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. Oh.
Welcome to the show, and we're also giving another lucky home viewer in Victoria the chance to go anywhere in the world with Scoot, where they fly, of course. So stay tuned, and if you have entered the competition, pick up your phone. Do not answer because it's a private number or block number. Please pick up the phone. All right, to open the show today is a young lady. Her name is Sarah Avalia. She's got a beautiful song called Through With You. Here she is.
What you think you're doing? Call me up to see what's going on. Maybe you didn't get the memo that we were done when you went and had your fun. So don't bother trying to explain. Heard it all before, there's nothing you can say. You're telling me you're gonna change, but I don't believe a word you say. I'm through with you, got no more time to waste. Through with you, it's time to find my place without you by my side. I'm so sick of your lies. I'm through with you, got no more time to waste. Through with you, it's time to find my place without you by my side. I'm so sick of your lies. I'm through with you. Try to tell me that you're sorry for all the times that you did me wrong. It's too late now, can't reverse the damage of what you did. I just cannot forgive, cause now I've seen just who you really are. There's no going back this time, you've gone too far. You're telling me you're gonna change, but I don't believe a word you say. I'm through with you, got no more time to waste. Through with you, it's time to find my place without you by my side. I'm so sick of your lies. I'm through with you, got no more time to waste. Through with you, it's time to find my place without you by my side. I'm so sick of your lies. All the words you ever said, everything you ever did, came down to
Time for another bitchin' segment, and our team is here today. Let me introduce them. We've got Chris Ilsley on the right.
I'm so glad you introduced me. I am obviously a bitch.
There you go. Thank you very much. And I didn't want him to bitch, so I introduced him first. Jen Merrigan, you're not a bitch.
No,
you're
I'm
too
not.
beautiful to be a bitch.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Thank you. And you're talking about pussy juice today, which is quite interesting. And of course, Ted Bull, thank you very much for being here today.
Well, after that, what
I
else
was
can
going to
I
say,
say? But
you have really put a downer on Ted's
thank you.
intro.
Do you know people out there going, "Oh, can't miss this one"? Ted, what's
Yes.
on your agenda today?
Well, it's interesting. We're talking about Pauline Hanson getting her knickers in a knot over this.
Please
Ted,
explain.
can we please not talk about Pauline Hanson's knickers? There is a picture I can't get out of my head.
She might like this beer, though.
Well, she's,
What is she up to?
I actually,
Now you've
I,
just put me off the beer.
I did an hour's Desert Island Discs with Pauline many years ago, and she was very flirtatious.
Lucky
She
you.
sat across from me, and I mean, I knew all the angst towards this red-headed person, and yet I have to say, I found her absolutely charming. And she, as I said, she was very flirtatious.
Well,
but
she
then,
would be, because all you were doing was playing her favourite tunes. Everyone likes the DJ who plays their
yeah,
favourite
I guess
tunes.
you're right.
Taste of your fish and chips.
I didn't know what it was. Anyway,
Okay,
let me
what's
run
the
the
story
tape
about?
back, and I'll get back to what I was going to talk
This
about.
is about a young
Yeah,
girl.
Well, her knots are in. I mean, anyway,
Knots are in her knickers.
nothing like a knot in your knicker. Anyway,
That is One Nation,
I think we all know. All one notion.
Now, this is the story.
I mean, we all
about the
know
young
the story
girl
about that
wouldn't get up.
young girl up in Queensland. I think was it in Queensland where she wouldn't
Yeah,
stand
she
for
wouldn't
the
stand up and
national
do the
anthem
national
because the lyrics "We are young," and she felt it marginalises Indigenous people. Now, I really am caught between a rock. Oh,
There she's just answering you back.
Oh.
It's okay. It's just overlay.
Halsey.
It's just overlay at the moment. Tell us the story.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I mean, I'm in a caught between a rock and a hard place here because whenever I watch, and I have recently, the football finals, whatever code it may be, 90% of the players don't sing the song. Now, this could be because of the delay, but it bothers me where if you watch things like rugby union, they always sing the national anthem. Now, whether you like the national anthem or not, it is our national anthem. And I have to say that when I saw Dean Lucan win gold in LA way back, and the flag went up and the national anthem, I cried.
Yep.
And I immediately went and had a tuna sandwich because it was Dean Lucan. Anybody know what I'm
Yeah, but-
talking about?
Haven't got a
idea.
clue,
we
but
do.
it
Well, he's
sounds
from
good.
Port Lincoln. He was a tuna fisherman. Do I have to explain all my jokes, even if they're
I
wrong?
hope not.
Anyway, so. But
So-
then, on the other hand, I also think if
We were
this
just trawling
young
for
girl
information.
feels this way, then, you know,
So this is
people
a
should be...
9-year-old, isn't it?
Well, I sort of...
7-year-old.
7-year-old. Isn't
Well, I
it? She
reckon...
won't stand up. Her parents have supported her right
Parents
not
have
to. They
supported
said
her.
she's a smart girl.
Yes, she's a smart girl. And I sort of feel one of the great things about being an Australian is that if I feel that this is not right, then I shouldn't get involved. And people have also talked about Jehovah's Witness, who will not stand for the national anthem unless they're all standing.
Yep.
They will only, you know, if
Do you
they're
reckon
standing,
it
they
could
will
be
stand.
another case of political correctness and they're allowing a 7-year-old
I
child?
think it's more in parents indoctrinating the child.
I was going to
But all
say,
parents indoctrinate children to a certain extent.
Jen, what do you
Yeah,
think?
that's true. That's
If
true
we
enough.
didn't have Facebook, would we really care?
Because
We didn't have Facebook,
I
would we
remember,
know?
Yeah, true.
I remember as a 7-year-old, we did everything our parents told us to do because we didn't know much in life, right? We had very little experience.
What
The
age
parents are
did you
saying-
rebel, Fred?
Oh, look,
Yes.
I don't reckon we ever did because we got hit if we did. I reckon about 14, 15, we were
Those
allowed to stay at home.
Italians.
We weren't even allowed to stay
We
home.
know about
That's
Fred's
true.
family too, don't we?
Hit could have a different connotation.
We were
you know?
never sent to the
Yes.
shop at 10 or 11 years. We were lucky if we got in the car and went with our parents everywhere. We didn't get a choice to about 14, 15. And if we chose to stay home back at
Yeah.
that age, we had to clean the house, have a cooked meal on the table. So we were pretty strict.
Well, talking about I remember, I really remember, I was sent to the shop too. And when I came back, there was no one there, they'd all moved.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well,
That was
that's
another
rough.
joke.
That's
he
rough.
doesn't need to explain those jokes.
No, you don't need to explain that
Let's
one.
be honest. Do you think the child, Pauline said she should be kicked out of school?
Well, you can't kick them
What do you think? Do you think we should just say get over it? It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm all for getting over it.
get
There is
over
a
it.
thing. There is a thing called benign neglect, and I think people need to practice that a bit more often.
Hmm.
Somebody says something, and rather than everyone getting outraged,
Yep.
how about ignoring it? It's like, did you just hear what I said? Oh yeah,
people-
how is it today, Fred? Yeah.
But
But didn't you hear what I
maybe
just said?
Facebook has brought out people being outraged about things that would never outrage them before. It's
People
like,
love being outraged.
of course,
And
yes,
who
I
wants-
agree.
Who
Yeah,
wants
they
their
love it.
7-year-old?
I am outraged.
Absolutely.
Who
The only
wants,
problem is they're getting outraged about some stuff that's not even true.
And do you not think
Yes.
a 7-year-old child,
No.
why do parents want their 7-year-old child to be making the news at 7 years of age? Wouldn't you just say,
Well, I
it's none of
noticed-
yours,
Well,
just let it go?
probably one of them will turn up in a reality
he-
show next.
It's amazing. It's almost as a compulsion there, like a normality that they have to have political
the father
correctness with
turned
this
up on
child.
television with her.
I saw that.
So the father obviously was, getting off on this whole business as well.
Well, and is this news? It is.
No,
It's not
I personally think.
No, I
it's-
demand
There
we
you
talk
go.
about pussy juice.
Let's move to you. Thanks, Jed.
That's
a
me
mess on my
done.
table. Thank you very much. What's
Sitting with
the,
the salt
I know you've
now.
got a good story and a really
shredding the
stupid
news,
story.
but you
The
have
Pussy
done it
Juice
before.
one. Tell us quickly what Pussy Juice is all about.
Wet
please.
and ready, right in front of you, a ripe and juicy peach. The Queensland company said
know, but you've got to
about
have
their
mouth
new
watering.
beer,
Yeah.
Pussy Juice. But after popping it on Facebook, they had
There
more
it
than
is there,
200
see?
comments
People were
and
outraged, I
30 shares. Within
It's
the
a
first couple of
stupid name.
hours, people were absolutely outraged. But apparently, it actually came from one of the bar team leaders,
Yeah.
who is a female, and her name is Alley Cat.
And Pussy's a cat. It's
Oh,
a
I
cat.
see.
And
Not
she
we all think.
expected it to
See?
be seen as a pro-women celebration and something fun to
Well,
mark her
we
1
thought of the
year
women as well. I
service.
think we did. We were pro women when we heard the name. But do you think it's disgusting? The name is really
Hang on, it's only
offensive.
disgusting for people who've got a dirty mind. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's about a feline.
Do you
It's about
find
a
it?
cat. I
I
mean,
mean,
it's
my concern was I was thinking
Okay.
about it being feline, but I was
Yep.
more concerned it was about something a cat might do in a litter tray.
Yep.
Well,
Fair enough. Did you
pussycat
think it
is
was
a
offensive?
term of endearment
Yeah.
as
And
well.
can we say they've dropped the name now?
Look, it's the way it's been headlined to make it offensive.
No, it's people having a dirty mind. I
Isn't
keep
it-
telling
isn't
you.
it getting free
it's
advertising?
been set up.
Of course.
It's good free advertising for them, but it's
correct.
also been set up to outrage people.
I agree.
and for us to
for-
talk about.
yeah.
What's
Exactly.
your next? So that's been dropped. The name, so no one has to complain. The name's gone. They're not going to
Now
use
it's
it
called
again.
Meow.
Meow. There you go. let's
really-
claw back from this one. What's your next story?
I demand
Jen, what's
a
your next
return
story?
to Pussy Juice. I'm going to get
Okay,
outraged
I'm gonna
about
be-
it being.
You'll have to lobby that one on your own, I think, because I can't see all the women following you with that one, apart from with
But
shovels.
then only if
You're
you've got
gonna
a dirty
claw
mind.
your way
we
up
are
to
talking.
get it
See,
renamed.
claw, see the feline.
Would
it's
you ever
only
say
those
that?
with dirty minds.
Would you ever say that name on your radio show?
Somebody once told me about a feral cat or something that had been found in the bush and it weighed 15 kilos.
Yeah.
I did say, that's a big pussy. And
Fair enough.
I had two guests on air with me at the time.
They both ran out of the studio.
No, they were just laughing. I was
Okay.
like, what are you people laughing about? You see, I don't have a dirty
Fair enough.
mind.
But I know we're very short on time, so I want to get through your topic. Well, let's go back to Jen. What was the other topic?
I was just going to have a quick chat about unemployment for mature age people.
So we're talking people over the age of.
45.
That's not even mature.
No, but this is where the discrimination is starting to come in. And I went to a symposium the other week at the UWA University Club, and it was chaired by the chair of Volunteering WA, Craig Spencer,
Yep.
and had speakers Paul Flatter, who is the director of the Centre of Social Impact in WA, and also the CEO of the Australian Institute of Management, Gary Martin. And some of the things that they talked about, because what ends up happening, it starts about 45, but particularly comes in after 55, is that people may lose their job, and then
Correct,
they
they're
just
redundant.
then they're redundant and they don't get another job back.
Yep.
They might get some casual work, or they might get some part-time work. But basically, there's mass underemployment in that cohort, and also there's discrimination. Ageism is rife.
It's all about the salary level too. They're bringing people from overseas to cut wages. They're bringing in younger people to make sure they don't get paid anywhere near what a 55-year-old will get paid. What do we need to do to fix this? Because
Well, one of the things they're ignoring in all of this, of course, is you're blowing your depth of experience out the window.
Absolutely, absolutely. The other thing about older employees, I mean, we have everyone at our office bar one is over 40. and we find reliable, less sick days, more
There's
dedicated.
pros and cons on both sides. I actually agree.
Do you know, when it comes to driving those big trucks on the mines, I gather, because a friend of mine has done it, that they prefer to hire older people because they look after these $1 million trucks much better.
Instead of driving them like Craig Lowndes drives his.
That's exactly right.
I know we want to move on to Chris. We're going to give Chris a couple of more minutes anyway. We're going to extend your time, Chris. But I think that the biggest problem is a lot of kids that come out of uni and TAFE these days have this entitlement where they think they can walk out and become the managing director. And I'm not saying to all kids are like that. There's just a lot that I've run into. And I think it's really important for companies to keep the workload there for people 45, 50, 60, and they will, because they're the people that turn up every day. They're the ones that will do the job no matter what, because they need to
Can
be
I
there.
say something? I'd like to thank the three of you and all the people here on the couch for accepting
we're
me,
going to
because,
start crying.
I mean, I'm just not old. I'm the oldest.
You're just mature age.
I know. I'm so
Ted, you
mature,
have
I'm
no-
not old.
But don't you think that people don't really come into their peaks until they're about 45, 50?
I agree.
Gee whiz.
And that's awesome.
And you know what's sad?
downhill.
No,
that's
it's
also-
not about going, but you really start developing your craft.
But
Years
that's
ago-
also
years ago.
something that has to be borne in mind with that. That's
wanna
also around about the time you don't have other things to distract you. You've actually got more time to focus, and arguably you appreciate things
Pete
a
from
bit
Mix
better.
94.5, thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. We're going to have to drop him if we go on any further. Can I say it is a really important thing? 20 years ago, 45 wasn't the age, it was about 55 that people weren't getting jobs. Now it's dropped to 45.
Gee.
The governments need to look at that. There's a problem there. Can I ask you, Chris, to wrap it up with yours?
Yeah, just quickly.
give you
Apparently,
a couple of more
Domino's Pizza in Russia have been offering free tattoos, and you can get a free pizza. So lots of people went out to get these Domino's Pizza tattoos all over them in
To get a
places
free pizza.
to
Just
get
to
free
get a
pizza
pizza.
for life. For life.
For life.
But there's only one problem.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, this kind of blew out of proportion, so Domino's had to restrict it to 350 people. But I ask, if you wanted a tattoo, who would want a Domino's? What happens when they change their logos, people?
And
what happens if they go out of business?
but where do you have to
What
get the
happens if
logo?
you're
Is there any specific spot?
No, on your person, most
Oh, I
favourite
didn't
places.
know what you were going to say then.
Most favourite places apparently are here.
Let's not go back to my original topic.
I'm starting to think like pizza and pussy juice sounds good today. So, Chris, what happens if someone, say there's a large person that I know that likes a bit of pizza, right?
Yeah.
If they were to keep eating a lot of pizza, say 10 times more than Ted would, would they end up with a lot of tattoos all over them?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they'd stretch the barcodes.
Do you only,
couldn't read anything.
and do you get,
Do
once
you
you
have to get the barcode as well?
Oh, really?
Well, I would imagine so. I mean, this is the 21st century.
I know where I'd put the barcode because you can just swipe. Anyway, I'm thinking now, maybe if you get
joke's a
5
bummer.
tattoos, you get one free pizza. Maybe 5 and you get one like they do it in some ways. They stamp your card.
Oh, yeah, so they stamp your body.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, this is sounding more...
Maybe they could brand you instead, and they
yes.
could be
Do
a
you
whole.
have a
I'll tell you
tattoo?
what.
No.
Do you have a tattoo?
No.
Do you have a
No,
tattoo?
not yet,
No.
but Domino's, I'm
No,
convinced.
I do, and I get free pizza all
I'm
the
wondering,
time.
I wonder if Coles would do the tattoo thing as well, because I don't really want to.
Mini.
Yeah,
I beg your
But if you want a
pardon.
Coles Mini, do you have to have a mini
I
tattoo?
didn't. Can I just clarify? I do not have anything mini. But thank you, Jen, for bringing that topic up. You were the one that brought up the pussy juice. Pizza, pussy juice, and what were we talking about again? And the poor girl singing Advanced Australia Fair.
Yeah.
The three of you go really
Yeah,
well.
pizza and pussy
Can
juice,
we?
and then
Can,
go
we
and sing the national anthem.
can I say thank you to Ted Bull, Curtin FM, Saturday morning?
Oh, yes, hopefully. I don't
Jen
know after
Merrigan,
this. I may
haveago.com.au,
haveagonews.com.au,
haveagonews.com.au, and Chris Ilsley, 6PR, of course, Perth tonight, 8 to midnight, every day.
6pr.com.au online.
Can we go out to the break with the national anthem?
Yeah.
Okay, can I start it? Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. Okay, Ted's got to stand up.
Standing up.
There you go, everyone stand up.
Hang on.
Oh, look, they've gone. Our next guest, you normally see her talking music on the couch. She also does a little bit of radio here and there, and online radio as well. But today, she goes from being IT, social media, musician, music presenter, to Boss Mode. Welcome, Demelza Leonard.
Thank you.
Demelza, tell me what Boss Mode's all about.
So Boss Mode Radio is a 24/7 online radio station that is dedicated to small business owners, freelancers, people who are running startups, anyone basically who has a dream or an idea and wants that information that's going to help them kick their goals and get themselves further. So we pair programming from all different areas: marketing, financial, sales, positive mindset. And then we have these amazing shows, and then we pair that with motivational music from the 80s, 90s right through to today.
So how did the idea start for Boss Mode Radio?
Funnily enough, this idea came about 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago now. When I was pregnant, I was driving around. I had just set up DL Social, which is my marketing agency that I have, and was driving around and just realising I didn't have time to find a podcast of all the different areas that I wanted to kind of hear about. And through that and driving around, I couldn't also find what I was looking for from regular radio, and thought, well, this might be something that we could have a platform that not only helps small businesses, but puts everything in that one nice tidy place where you can just switch on at any given time, and there's some sort of valuable information that's going to help you grow your business.
I like the idea of having useful information for people, and they know they're tuning into what they want to hear.
Exactly.
You've got a timetable, you've got a schedule. So if I want to talk health matters, you'll have a health expert, and I can listen to their show. Now, is it weekly? Do they update weekly, daily? How often?
The shows update weekly, so we have them airing 3 times a week because we know that not everyone can tune in on the first airing. So we'll normally have throughout peak times during the day the first run of shows, and then you'll find that we might have that show replay in the night or early morning on your way to work.
So if I was listening in, what can I expect to hear, and what are the different types of shows that we can have?
So we've got everything from business strategies. So we'll actually sit down with people who own businesses and discover how they've created their own business, the stories, the hardships that they've gone through, what made them decide on the structure that they went with. We've got a show on positive mindset because we know that there's a lot of hurdles that you can kind of come when it comes to mental obstacles. So everything from imposter syndrome and how to overcome that. We've also got things like mother's guilt. So like myself, first time dropping the kid off to daycare because you have to
You're
work.
giving advice, aren't you?
Exactly. So
Valuable advice.
Very valuable advice along a whole range from marketing, social media, video content, sales. It's just, there's so much that's going on.
And I love the fact that the people who are delivering the program are real people that have gone through that in life.
Yep, and they run their own businesses.
Fantastic.
And that's the beauty of Boss Mode Radio. We aren't some massive media conglomerate, whilst people do think we might be. We're actually a small business ourselves who are going through the exact same journey. So there's that really beautiful authenticity of we're along with you for the adventure.
Now, I believe you've got a request show.
Yes.
Where people can actually take over the station. How does that work?
Yeah, so Johan, he runs Lunch Break with Johan, and what we've done is, because we want shows to actually feel that we're giving them the opportunity to promote themselves, but we want it to be in a fun way as well. So we've actually allowed them to give us 12 of their favourite songs, can be any genre. So if you wanted to have a takeover,
ABBA.
12 ABBA songs, we can do that for you.
Well.
And for their hard work, they get plugged up to 4 times within that hour for their shows.
So it's advertorial. The content's pretty credible, very credible.
Yeah.
Plus you get to play your own music.
Exactly.
How good is that?
I know.
Now, people are saying, because I can hear them right now, they're saying, Fred, where can we hear it? Where do we go? You haven't told us.
Well, we are online, so www.bossmoderadio, so that's BOSSMODE radio.com.au is how you can listen. Or if you have the TuneIn app, you can actually search Boss Mode Radio, and you can stream that in your car. You can stream it if you're out on the beach. It pretty much means you can listen to us anywhere.
And how's this? When I stay at a hotel, I usually go to the business club because you get a few extra privileges. It's a little nicer up there. What's this Boss Mode Business Club?
Yep, so we have our very own for VIP listeners. So what they can do, we understand that, not everyone can listen to the live stream. So to kind of honour and support our VIP listeners, we have on-demand access where they can listen to shows they might have missed for the next fortnight, and templates, as well as helping their, there might be something that we've discussed on one of the shows, and they can then download the template to then help them get, kick those business goals as well, and discounts when we do Boss Mode Radio events.
Sounds fantastic and very valuable. In the next few weeks, you're going to be talking about a couple of great things. One's the Perth Raw Show, the event partnership. Tell us about that one.
So Boss Mode Radio is presenting the very first Inspire Her Zone at the IGA Perth Royal Show this year. So it is a zone that will have us on stage. We're running the stage. We've got local businesses doing things that women love, so workshops, panels from women in business. We've got some fashion parades. We've got a whole heap of different things, masterclasses. And then that area is specifically targeted to women as well.
And then you've got a student programming launch as well. What's that all
Yes,
about?
so we're currently working on a student show. So if there's any students out there or any parents of students who are interested in media, we're on the lookout for hosts and producers at the moment. But we have also teed up in our student programming. We've joined forces with Game On Australia. So we will be showcasing Game On Australia's
Pete
show
Corelli
as well.
What a legend.
That's you heard it here first as well. So
Look, it sounds like an amazing venture.
Thank you.
Good luck with it.
Thank you.
We want everybody to get on board. Someone's just said to me in the air, can anybody have a little segment?
Yes, they can.
Is there a segment that you won't be able to cover?
Well, it depends. It really depends.
throw the
everything
ideas
goes
to you.
through processes and panels,
Correct.
but we welcome anyone who has an idea. We're here for the community.
Well, I'll give you an example. If I'm a mechanic, maybe I want to do a mechanical fixing up your car class. And
Why not?
do it every week and cover different topics.
Exactly.
You can do sewing lessons.
Well, that's it. It's basically for anyone that has a career or a goal. So
Sounds fantastic.
Let us know.
Well, where do we go if we want more information, Demelza?
bossmoderadio.com.au or info@bossmoderadio.com.au to find out how to be part of the station or how to support us.
Do you know what? I'm sounding a lot like Moira from those Good Morning programs. Thank you very much. It's back to you, Bert. No, thank you very much,
No,
Demelza.
thank you.
Look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks doing music.
Yes.
Demelza Leonard, of course, she is an amazing woman, teacher,
Thank you.
a radio announcer, boss mode lady. Please get in touch, because if you want to have your own segment, you're running a business on a serious note, it's not that expensive, and they'll provide you advertising, plus you'll have a lot of fun, and maybe learn a bit about radio and becoming a presenter and all that sort of thing, broadcasting.
Exactly.
Well done.
Thank you.
Time for us to do some great things with Scoot. We're going to give away a chance again at a home viewer to win 2 tickets to anywhere in the world where Scoot flies. We're going to call today. You can help me, Pete. That name again?
Georgia Kinagopoulos.
And where is she from?
Victoria.
Victoria. Lucky people. A lot of people watch us in Victoria.
Yeah, great.
Maybe they're ex-West Australians. All you've got to do is pick up the phone when we dial. Let's go straight to Georgia. Let's dial her number, and we'll give her 5 rings to answer the phone. And that's how simple it is. All you have to do is pick up the phone when we call you. There you go. It's ringing. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6.
Oh, man.
Nope, she didn't pick up the phone, Pete. You know what that means?
What does that mean?
It means she didn't pick up the phone. She doesn't win.
She's going to be
Very
really
simple.
disappointed when she sees this episode. That's what
tell
it means.
you what, she's going to come after us, I reckon. Sorry, Georgia, you had to pick up the phone, but because Georgia didn't pick up the phone, next week we're going to give away 2 of these great trips, thanks to Scoot. To win, or to be in the running to win, my voice will hold out, all you have to do is send us an SMS with the code word SCOOT. There it is on screen. Send it to 0439 929 929 with your name and address, all your contact details on there. If you don't like sending SMS, do it by email, scoot@thecouch.com.au. SCOOT being the code word, name and address again on that. And next week, 2 lucky winners. We're going to give away 2 of these wonderful trips to anywhere in the world where Scoot flies. You can go to Berlin, you can go to Malé, which is the Maldives. You can also go to Malaysia, you can go to China, or you can do what I'm doing. I'm going to Athens.
Athens?
So there you go.
Lovely.
And I'm going Scoot Biz, but you're not. Anyway, thank you very much to Scoot for that. Pete, thanks for being here today.
Pleasure to be here once again.
As always, we talk gaming, and you've got Game on Oz.
Yes, I do. GameOnOz.com. That's Game On AUS. And look, I've brought a little something in today. So at the Game On Australia Facebook page, we've just recently hit 2,000 members.
Oh, wow.
Now,
That's good.
there's an incredible gaming developer and publisher out there called 2K. So we decided, let's throw a little competition called 2K for 2K. They're helping us celebrate hitting that milestone, and they've given us, it's around about, because you can't get this anymore in particular, there's around about $300 to $500 worth of gear here.
That's pretty good.
From 2K. This is something very special in particular. It's Mafia 3, one of the great games by 2K. Everything in here, including the PC version of the game. There's some fantastic art books. The entire soundtrack, which is one of the best I've ever heard, all on vinyl as well.
Oh, wow.
When this came out, this was a good couple of $100. You'd be lucky to find this on eBay for any less than $300 now. So that, and a couple of these games here, XCOM 2 and Borderlands The Handsome Collection. So the only thing that you need to do is go to the Game On Australia Facebook page and become a member.
Fantastic.
It's as simple as that.
We'll give you the address now. Or
Absolutely. Well, if you like,
give it out now. We'll give it out again.
Facebook.com/GameOnAUS, and we'll see you over there.
Thank you. Now, today we're going to talk about Twitch.
Yes,
the
we are.
streaming service.
Yes.
That a lot of people may not even know a lot about Twitch.
That's right.
You can tell us all about it.
So, Twitch is, I like to think of Twitch as the gamer's YouTube, okay? So, Twitch is where, and it's funny always seeing people's reactions when I say this particular sentence. Twitch is where people go to watch other people play video games, okay? The general reaction to that is, people watch other people play video games? What are you talking about?
It's weird, isn't it? We don't picture that as being as a hobby.
Well, it depends. It depends what side of the fence you sit on. For most people, I guess, who aren't in the industry, sure, it's weird.
Yeah.
For me, who's spent my entire life in it, it feels very natural. And it's very entertaining. And it's a place that you can go and see all of the brand new games and all sorts of stuff. I mean, here we've got one of the biggest streamers in the world. This is Dr. Disrespect. We're talking, you know, like millions of dollars that this guy has earned just through his Twitch platform, purely from subscribers, let alone, you know, not talking about endorsements and all other sorts of stuff. Here he's playing a game called PUBG. So he's one of the best in the world at this particular game.
And they're making a lot of money out of
this.
They
are making a lot of money. So to put it into perspective, you know, an average subscriber, there's 3 tiers of subscription on Twitch, okay, which you pay to subscribe to somebody. Each different tier you pay a little bit more. So it starts at about $5 Australian, works its way up to around about $20 Australian. And it gives you certain things that you can do on that particular Twitch streamer's channel.
And to get onto Twitch, do you have to have any special qualifications?
If you want to get really involved, like if you want to follow streamers, you want to subscribe to them, support them, you have to sign up yourself.
As a member.
Right. So for example, like for us to do it, we had to jump on there and do our own twitch.tv/GameOnAUS. But, you know, you can actually jump on there as just a regular person who might be interested in the platform and just look.
Do you know when we talk about people watching people playing games?
Yes.
Now, I'm very interested in this. Can people better on those people? Say there's 2 people playing a game. Do you reckon we'll ever get to the point, or you're going to tell me already exists, where we as the public can actually bet on who we think will win the game?
We're already there. Like,
really?
Yeah. So not particularly in this country, because to be honest with you, it is frowned upon a little bit. But there are professional betting circles in the in America, in Europe, that already do that sort of online betting. But we're talking major tournaments here. Like the last time I joined you, I spoke about that $35 million Australian tournament. That's the sort of stuff that these betting agencies tend to pick up on when it comes to, do you want to place a bet on who's going to win this tournament?
It's just amazing, because like I was telling you about, my nephew's 16, doesn't do anything but play games. Now we've got this respect for him. And I'm saying to us, oh no, let Lockie play as much as he likes. Lockie, don't forget me when you're older.
Well, it's a viable career option
it's amazing.
for people now. Yes, it is.
Absolutely. And you know what? You've got to be pretty intelligent. Like Lockie's not good at maths. He's not good at science. He's not good at all those normal subjects you do at school.
Yeah.
But it takes such a skill level to play these games.
Yeah, because the amount of equations that somebody playing a particular strategy game, for example, like what we spoke about last time I was here, the amount of equations you're snapping off in your head at any given time is an incredible amount, an insane amount, you know. So, yeah, you've got to be pretty switched on, but that comes with a lot of practice as well.
Talking about being twitched on, You got some
Yeah,
videos.
good one.
Little segue. What are these amazing videos I've been told?
Yeah, so look,
this
this is the highs and lows of streaming. So we're going to actually show a clip here of the Twitch streamer we just saw, Dr. Disrespect. This is one of the lows of streaming. He's one of the biggest in the world, and sometimes fame can come with a little bit of negativity as well.
And serious consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look.
Man, just not finishing. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to end I've got to end the broadcast right now. Someone shot at our house, broke the fucking upstairs window. This is the second shot. Someone shot yesterday at our fucking house, and someone shot again right now and connected with the house upstairs. Right? You're driving by, right? You pussy. I got to stop the.
What happened there?
So what happened was Dr. Disrespect, as I mentioned, one of the biggest Twitch streamers in the world. He was playing a brand new game called Blackout. It's the battle royale for a game that's about to be released called Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And this is the side of it where people just think to themselves, oh, it's just video games, you know. What are you talking about? These people are famous and all that sort of stuff. During his stream, he had to cut it because he heard shots coming from upstairs. Somebody out the front of his house had actually shot at his upstairs window. Now, this guy isn't just a guy who sits in his room playing video games by himself, doesn't have any contact with the outside world.
Sounds like he's got a family.
He does have a family. Him and his wife, they have a child. They've just announced that another one is on the way. So, you know, he's obviously very protective. You don't want anybody shooting at your house,
well,
but
exactly.
There are some real crazies out there.
Well, one, to find out where he lives.
Exactly.
And two, just to shoot randomly.
Yes, and it had happened 2 days in a row as well. I mean, let alone one day is bad enough. It happened 2 days in a row. So, you know, with the infamy and the notoriety, the fame, comes the dangerous side of it as well.
I better make sure I'm not at my sister's house when my nephew becomes famous.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that would be a low.
Yeah.
Have you got one for a high?
Oh, look, I do. And don't get me wrong, Dr. Disrespect has had his fair share of highs. At his peak, he was the #1 streamer in the world. And we're talking about only 12 months ago that he was. And he was turning over quite a bit of money. He's into the millions. Let me introduce you to the #1 Twitch streamer in the world. His name is Ninja. Take a look at this. This is some of his footage.
His hair. He's got hair.
Yes, he does. So Ninja is a former professional Call of Duty player, and that's where people generally got to know him. But when Fortnite, which is the game that we're having a look at right now, which you may have heard a fair bit about in the news lately, really started to take off, he jumped across to it, and his many fans absolutely loved what he was doing, and then he just started picking up more and more and more fans, and now he is the #1 Twitch streamer in the world.
Wow.
It hasn't taken him long to get the crown. Now, figures of just a couple of months ago, I was talking to you about those values of tier subscription, so on and so forth. You do the math on this. He was the first one to reach 100,000 subscribers. Okay?
Wow, that's a lot.
Now, with Twitch, if you make $100, they send you a check. All right? He's got 100,000 subscribers at least $5 a pop.
There's a lot of money.
Okay, that's $500,000. Now, those subscriptions, they reissue themselves every month. Okay? So $500,000 per month. Now, this was a few months ago, right? Let alone the amount of subscribers and views and everything else that he's gotten since then. He's also become the #1 social media star in the world. He recently took the crown from Cristiano Ronaldo, who's now at Juventus in the Serie A League in soccer in Italy. So the guy is making an absolute mozza.
Pete, we're in the wrong industry.
Well,
I reckon you need someone to carry your bags when you go to the tournaments. I'll watch you play.
Thanks, mate.
I'll be the bookie, make a bit of money. Just quickly, we got to wrap it up. But tell us again about the competition.
Yeah, so the competition is 2K for 2K. If you go to the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/GameOnAUS, you'll see the pinned post there, which has all the instructions. But quite simply, to get an entry into the draw to win this, which is going to be drawn October 5th, through the Facebook page. You just need to become a member. It's as simple as that.
And you can go to the Facebook page through your GameOnOz.com.
That's right. That's our website, GameOnOz.com, where you're going to see everything else there, reviews for the
And I
latest games.
can't let you go without asking why the hair.
Why the hair? Why not? Why not the hair?
I asked the same thing. Why not?
And I think that's the reason why I'm doing it.
It looks good.
My family, we've got a bit of a history of male-pattern baldness, so I think I'd have a crack at it while I still can.
Oh, we don't have that in my family, which is
good on you.
bald. Thank you very much. You can catch Pete during the week, Monday to Friday, Mix 94.5, the rush hour from 3 to 5.
Yes, from 3
Or
to 5 weekdays.
Mix.com.au as well, if you can listen online, I believe.
Good on you, Fred. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are you coming in on the 30th on our last show?
Looking forward to it.
Well done. Thank you very much. That's Pete Corelli from Game on Oz, or Game on Oz. Thank you very much. We'll take a break. We're going to be talking about some Vietnamese rolls next. We're going to indulge. Welcome to another Fresh and Local. I've got a couple of talented people here today. They are Emily and Lee, and you guys are the owners of an amazing Vietnamese cafe called Le Vietnam Cafe in the city here in Perth.
That's right. Yeah.
Welcome aboard. Thank you for coming
very
in.
much,
Thank
Fred.
you, Emily. Oh, sorry, Emily, I got you to take your glove off, but that's okay. Tell me a little bit about your cafe, please, Lee.
Okay, so it's a little Vietnamese cafe in Barrack Street. We specialise in banh mi, and we do coffee as well.
So how long have you been operating?
We've just ticked over the 4-year mark now.
Now, I asked you off air, how popular are banh mi?
We are very popular with banh mi. We've been featured in all over types of medias, from
What's
TVs.
special about them? But why do people have this craze and craziness about them?
I think banh mi is becoming a trend, and we've basically just started off trending, and by keeping it as different varieties available to everyone and having different flavours.
Now, am I right to say you're the number one? Is it on TripAdvisor?
We are number one on TripAdvisor.
That is amazing.
That is very hard to get to, but
Did you have to pay a lot?
Oh, definitely no. This is all out of our control.
And I love the fact that we've got a little bit of a sample here, then the crew's going to get to taste some of the stuff. But I'm going to just run through some of the ingredients of today's. So if you could just tell me, guys, what have we got in this plate here?
So we've got the pickled carrots, which is a very key important player of a banh mi. Then you've got all your other fresh veggies from coriander, bit of spring onions, bit of cucumber.
Cucumber. Now I'm going to hold these ones up. I know these are chilies.
Fresh cut chilies is an option.
So is it important to have chilies in there? People
Especially
don't have to have them. If they
don't have to. It's very optional.
This one here, is it tuna?
This is a French pâté.
Oh.
So this is something that me and Emily went back to Paris to learn how to make. So
And you make it yourself?
And we make this all
So
ourselves.
French pâté. And this one here
This
is
is
like
the
a mayo.
butter mayo. Yeah. So
Did you
another
just
thing.
say butter mayo?
Butter mayo. It's slash butter slash mayo, and it's another key important player of a banh mi as well.
Now, in this plate here, we've got a couple of meats, haven't we?
Yeah.
Tell us what the meats are. What's the one on the
So
side?
we've got the cold cuts of meat. This is a pork belly.
Yep.
And this is also Vietnamese ham.
Now, tell me, is there more than this selection?
We've got quite a few
Tell
different
us
types.
some of the other-
We've got up to about 30 different types of selections available, from crispy roast pork with a pork crackle skin. On occasions we do lobster and prawn ones. We've got lamb shanks, crispy duck skin. We've catered to all vegans as well, so we've got quite a large range of different
So there
varieties
you go.
for
If you're a
vegans.
vegan, you're not left out. You can go in. They make the rolls fresh. They cater to your wants, fresh on the spot. Emily's in the kitchen looking after the food, making sure it's all done properly. You look after the PR, don't you?
That's right.
I can see you there chatting up all the women customers, getting them into the store, and the wife saying, "Good husband, you're
That's
doing
right.
well." So, I would love to come down and see your shop. What time are you open, and where are you located?
Monday to Friday, from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we're located on 80 Barrack Street in Perth.
Beautiful. Now, Emily, are you going to make one up to show us how easy it is, or
Yes,
how
absolutely.
technically hard it is? I'm going to pass you over the roll because I know. Now, the Vietnamese roll is a very special roll. I'll let you get on with it, Emily, if you like. That way, we've got something to show at the end of it. But you can tell me a little bit about why are Vietnamese rolls so famous?
I think it's because it's another fast food addition that's on the street. Street food is very popular, especially in the Australian community.
Yes.
They want something quick, fresh and tasty.
Well, look at how many we have markets. We have in the city. You've got the whole of Forest Place opens up to street food. It's become really popular over here. I know I went to Singapore and it was big over there. Yeah, they've got a whole street full of food stalls and fresh cooking and that. So is this something we're going to see more of here in Australia, do you think?
We're most likely going to see quite a lot. We're actually on the lookout to other locations and trying to expand as well.
So we've only got one Le Vietnam Cafe.
One Le Vietnam Cafe.
So if you're maybe someone out there that's got a little bit of cash and want to maybe invest in this fantastic product, contact Lee and Emily.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
maybe they can help you out getting a franchise, because getting the word out there is a big thing, isn't it?
It is very hard, yeah. I mean, we've been there every day this, for 4 years straight, and we're continuously building our brand and also, gaining a really good reputation from what we've done. And with all these publicity that we've made, and it's become very, very popular.
And can I ask you, were you born in Vietnam, both of you, or were you born here?
I was born and raised in Perth.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You're more
I
Aussie
was
than
born
me.
in Vietnam.
You were born in Vietnam. You're like me. We're foreigners, but we've come to Australia. We make it our home. You're very good at what you do, Emily. Where did you get your training in how to do these?
I think,
Emily, where did you train to do this so well? To make the rolls? Is there a skill?
Oh yeah, there's skill in there, but you just put thought into it. So you want the finished product to look nice, presented well.
It looks beautiful. It looks incredibly well. Do you with the vegan ones, what can they have in them that vegans can eat?
we've got quite a variety from some tofu ones, some different marinated tofus, from traditional ones to the more extravagant, including the smash avocado one. We've got some mock meats as well. Recently we put out some mock fried chicken, also some fried peri-peri chicken as well. So there's a lot of varieties that we can do, and we can always cater to different taste buds of everyone.
And let's go to the price. What are they worth to buy? I know they're all going to be different depending on what you have.
Yeah, of course.
But roughly, what do the lowest to the highest price?
We've got $8 specials, from $8 to about $13 or so.
Not bad.
And then we do on occasions have specials where we have ridiculous specials on Facebook where we can pick random people to come in and try for free. We've got 2 for $5 specials, 2 for $5. We've got hidden specials here and there.
Fantastic.
Just to bring in the crowd.
Now, is it true that you need to toast the bread normally?
Traditionally, yeah, you'd lightly toast
pop it
it.
in the oven.
Gives a little crunch out of that one.
Fantastic.
And
Can I try it?
Absolutely.
more than
In the little time
yeah.
we've got left, give us again the website where people can actually find you guys online. What's the website?
Go to www.levietnam.com.au. We're pretty active on Facebook as well as on Instagram as well.
That is fresh, incredibly tasty, and worth going out early to a break just so I can eat the rest of it. Thank you very much. Le Vietnam Cafe. They're in Barrack Street in Perth. Open what time?
7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday to Friday.
Check them out. They're doing a wonderful job. Emily, Lee, thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much, Fred.
Emily, well done.
Thank you very much, Fred.
And I'm going to eat that in the break. Back with more after this. Well done. Welcome back to the couch. My voice is just holding on to the end of the show. We're going to be talking about the Lavazza Italian Film Festival, because my voice is pretty bad. Nisha's here to talk about that, but let me give you some dates. Here in Perth, it will be held at Luna Palace Cinemas, and it will be from the 27th of September until the 17th of October. Cinema Paradiso and Luna SX in Fremantle to talk to one of the writer, directors and producers of one of the movie called Lisa is our very own Nisha. Over to you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Fred, and I hope that voice comes back soon. Lisa, welcome to the couch.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Lisa, always very exciting to have, I believe you're an Italian-Australian director, producer and writer who has an entry in this festival. Is that correct?
That's right. That's me, yes.
Brilliant. And you have a very diverse background. I understand that you have a very large humanitarian focus with your documentary features. And you also have your Masters in International Development, which is also very interesting.
Yeah, that's right. I work with Indigenous communities for quite a few years, and working for the Ministry of Health, which was an incredible experience going to communities in New South Wales.
Fantastic. And your passion that you have through your background, you now use, I guess, in a strong visual representation in your documentary feature. Tell us about the documentary feature that you have in the festival this year.
Yeah, the documentary is called Valentes, the Brave Ones, and it's a story of returning back to one's roots. I guess working with Indigenous people, it has really inspired me to find my own roots and rediscover them, and how really it really is important, the attachment to land. So after that, I then decided to embark on this journey and go back to Sardinia in Italy and record this documentary while I was actually rediscovering my own roots. And in doing that, I discovered that my land was in great danger because, behind these beautiful beaches where all these famous people and the nobility of Europe were going for a holiday, NATO is actually doing military testing in what the largest military areas in the whole Europe. 60% of military areas of Europe are actually in Sardinia.
Wow, and look, we wouldn't, like you said, when you went back and you discovered this, we wouldn't know this without obviously very, innovative producers with a background like yourself who can really bring this information to life through your documentary feature. So well done. I think that's fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Go for it.
Sorry, I'm just so excited with how passionate you are about this, Lisa. Tell us a little bit more about, I guess, what people can expect when they go and see this documentary feature.
Yeah, it's a personal journey. So it starts with a biography of heading back to your home country, and at the same time, it's an investigation of what's actually happening to my land. So what NATO is using, what they're actually trying to hide, which it's dangerous not just for Sardinia, but for really the whole world, because what they're using in Sardinia, they're using it in wars in different parts of the world, which is incredibly scary.
Yeah, look, so multiple layers of messages there, obviously, in your documentary feature. Can I just ask you quickly as well, Lisa, in terms of the festival itself, why is it so exciting to be a part of the Italian Film Festival?
Well, first of all, they are the best films that Italy has produced, which is such a huge honor, and also being part of the Palace family, it's really incredible. The beautiful cinemas all around Australia will have 33 screenings, 4 of them in actual Perth, both in the Luna on SX and at the Cinema Paradiso, which is, incredible. And throughout all the other major cities, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Canberra. So it's really fantastic. I'm really, really happy to actually manage to premiere here, and especially to premiere in a country that is safe, because we wanted to make sure that the film was actually coming out somewhere else, not in Italy yet. So just for security, safety reasons for myself and for the film itself.
Hey Lisa, sorry to interrupt, but being an Italian from Calabria, where are you from in Italy?
Sardinia. The other big islands of
Sicily?
Italy.
Down south, isn't it?
The other one, yeah. It's
okay.
We have Sicily at the boot, and opposite, sort of like in the middle of the Mediterranean, below Corsica, is the beautiful islands of Sardinia.
Well, Calabria, they make some great movies there as well. But I tell you what, I'm looking at this list that Nisha's given me, and there's a movie on there called Loro. Now, that movie is about the Berlusconi, the former president or prime minister of Italy. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Do you know roughly how many movies are in the festival this year?
Oh, I'm not too sure, but there's so many to watch. They're incredible. I watched Happy as Lazzaro yesterday, and it's a beautiful film. I watched Loro as well. It's incredible, from Sorrentino, the one you mentioned about Berlusconi. There's so many.
Yes, I know. And you know what's the special thing is, I want people to realise in every state they're running at different times, but they're roughly for about a month, I think, that they're running all around Australia. So we want people to go in all their states and watch the Italian movies that are out through the festival, because it's really important that people support this, isn't it?
Absolutely. And you don't have to be Italian, because the movies are great. And for example, mine is not just about being Italian. It's about being from somewhere, and longing for that place, and also fighting to protect it.
And are you living in Australia now? You're moving backwards and forward?
Pretty much backwards and forwards. Yeah.
Fantastic. Have you started planning your next documentary or movie?
Absolutely, yes. It's going to be a series, a docu-fiction series.
We can't wait. If you're ever in Perth, please pop in and see us. We'd love to have you on the show and give you some
Thank you.
promotion. I'll put you back onto Nisha now. Sorry, Nisha.
No, that's great. And I think it's really lovely to have that authentic communication between two
Grazie,
Italian.
grazie tanto.
Grazie a te.
I was saying to Lisa before, I didn't want to do any injustice to pronunciation, so that's fantastic. Look, Lisa, it's always a pleasure to have such creative and intelligent people on the show. Is there any sort of last-minute messages or shout-outs to the audience that you wanted to provide before we end the interview?
I guess, look, come and see my film. It's going to be pretty inspiring, and probably want to, will make you feel like you want to go back to your own land and really have that deep connection to it.
Wonderful. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for being a guest on The Couch. Like Fred said, we'll really look forward to having you here physically if you are ever over in Perth.
I would love to. Thank you.
Grazie, Lisa.
Ciao, a presto.
Ciao.
Thanks. See you.
Thank you, Nisha. It looks fantastic. If people want more information about the Italian Film Festival, there's a graphic on screen. I think we had it up there. There it is there. It's got all the films are there. But just go to, I'll tell you the best thing is go to the italianfilmfestival.com.au. It's on screen. Everything's on there. You can actually buy the tickets online. They're not that expensive. And you're supporting a fantastic industry, the film industry in Australia, around the world, that's here in our own world. And there's Portuguese films, there's Spanish films. This is just another one that Luna does. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nisha.
Pleasure. Thanks, Fred.
That is our show today. No time for the music act at the end of this. Ref's got my meal that I had in the previous segment. Thank you to Le Vietnam Cafe. Look how big it is. Oh. No time for music, but you have got a couple of minutes just to watch me eat. We got a couple of minutes? No, we've only got 30 seconds. See you next week, Australia. Thanks for your company. I'm going to chomp into this wonderful banh mi roll from Le Vietnam Cafe in Barrack Street. See you there.
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Crown and Andrews Board Games. Fun for the whole family. And Scoot Airlines. Get out of here with Scoot.